Well, look what we have here. We are back in the Upier's Labyrinth, and I just wanted to have a quick discussion about the goings on in this thing because it looks like there's a big mix of emotions here, and I just want to know where my community stands on the issue. So what's going on, guys? It's your boy Cash, and today's video is going to be full of you're obviously going to get my MFO, but at the end of the day, I kind of want to see what the YFOs are on this. This is obviously the Labyrinth. As you can see, I already did Abyssal Path, and I'm going to finish these up. Today's the 13th, so it's, let's say I have about 17 more days. I think it's 31 days or 30. I always forget what month. This is 31 days, but I think it's gonna close out early, right? So I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. So I have well within that. I should be able to finish this whole thing and get all the little prizes. And honestly, I really don't care about the prizes too much. Mostly you care about just getting the ZEUZ, because as you guys can see, my ZEUZ isn't really skyrocketing because I keep summoning like a jackass. The Abyss is quote unquote easier now. People have been pretty much saying that the Abyss is now easier. The Upier's Labyrinth is now easier, and I kind of want to know what most people think. That I think it's very obvious that it is. I think that if you go on most of these things, I've been seeing easy. All you have to do is do this. Most of it's like just bring burst, and it's a very small mechanic. It's like either kill this person first or kill them all at the same time, or they have this element. It's like pretty much the same thing. Like it's the same thing, but it just doesn't seem like as meticulous as it was before. Now I remember in the last Labyrinth video that I said, it's like, well, even though that it's annoying or it might take too long, maybe they can just adjust the health a little bit so that when you figure out the strategy, you're good to go. You don't have to sit there and be on top of it like super on top of it like that. You understand what's going on, and then it takes you maybe like a 5 minutes or so after that to finish out the stage. Now it's kind of like that, but it also feels like I'm not even switching my team around. One thing that I did like about the other one is that I actually had to switch my team. I've been pretty much using the same team outside. I just switch if there's a different immunity, like if they're immune to, let's say like right now, if they said that, oh, they're immune to nature, I would just take these nature characters out and I would just swap them into another one, another character that I have built. Now my question is going to obviously be, is that the fault of the Labyrinth, that it's too easy, or has my account got too strong? Now you guys know me, I'm like one of the best examples for a casual player, because I play, but I don't play that much. I don't go that hard in the paint. And that's why you guys haven't seen Genshin, because I haven't really been playing that either. That's why I really need to play games that have an ending and you just throw them away, because it's becoming increasingly difficult for me to play these games which I know are just time sinks. That's why even when people are like, they just be on Guardian Tales, like that's a lot of effort to be putting down. Like when I get home or when I wake up, I don't really want to sit there and play like and I know I'm just doing it to improve my account. It's getting kind of old. So I appreciate a game like Epic 7 and Lord of Heroes and a lot of these, and obviously Exos, these games that are just, you kind of go in, they don't really abuse your time, or they have auto and they have some type of functionality in which you don't really need to do much. So I kind of appreciate that, but also obviously I want to play a game with more depth, and if you want more depth, you have to stray away from a gacha game, because their game, once you figure out the system, there is no depth to the game. It's just grinding, and all games have grinding. It's just how you hide it, and I've said that before. Even if you take like a really popular game, it's all grinding. So after a while, I'm kind of curious, is that have I grinded too much, even for a casual player, to where this is supposed to be difficult content, and so is the story. Those are the only difficult content that's left in the game. So like, you're supposed to be Upier's Labyrinth, and after you struggle with Upier's Labyrinth, getting your team strong enough, then you should be able to clear it all the time, right? And then you would go to the chapter like 11 and 12, and then you should be able to clear that. Then you should be going back into doing, I forgot what it's even called, Path of Trials. I feel like I completely forgot that existed. And then you're doing that, but you're pretty much doing, I don't even know what rewards are even worth the time of doing that at the moment. I know maybe just some ZEUZ, I guess, some ZEUZ. Guess if you're desperate, you need something for summons, you go into the depths of hell, you go and try that stuff out. But I don't know, the difficulty spike I think was nice in the UP's lab. I don't like the day clear thing. I think this thing is atrocious. Like if I go on here and what is the strategy for this Abyssal Gate 4 hitties and burst, obligatory FC Xeon solo. Okay, so Xeon can solo, just bring your strongest unit, easy peasy. Like I just did another stage. I don't want to be able to use the same team for the next day. Like, would it be bad if, for what is that? It's like 5 stages, but 5. So that would have been like bringing in like 15, sorry, not 15, that's 25 different teams. Is that a lot to ask? I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't think that you should have to switch your entire team, but like at least a decent amount of them. And maybe they don't all have to be super built. I don't know. I really, like I said, this is a really big question of me asking YFO, because I don't really know. For me personally, I feel like it is a little bit too easy, but I see that some people are very happy at how easy it is right now. My only issue is that I do feel like sometimes in gacha games, I feel like sometimes people don't want it to be difficult at all. I don't think that some people, I feel like when a game adds challenge, I feel like people are very resistant to that. They don't want the game to be difficult. They want it to be as casual as they're playing. They want it to be like very like a nice fun experience. A lot of people equate gaming to ease, like it's relaxing. It's like you don't want to go into a game and have crazy difficulty. That's why when Demon Souls, Dark Souls came out, you know, it was so strange for people to have these games like, oh, you know, yes, the game is hard. The game is hard and it's meant for you to, you know, to struggle on. It's not meant to like kind of hold your hand and stuff like that. And I've seen like every time another game doesn't do that, it's usually deemed like, it's a waste of time. And sometimes it is. I don't think these stages should be autoable. Like, you guys know my account is, I mean, my account unit wise is strong, but like as far as like other people, I feel like there are people that are free to play that have better accounts than I do. Or maybe I'm just stronger than I think, but I don't know. Like, I don't think this is the same team I probably used for the stage 5. It just, and then they did that. I might manual it to make it quicker. That's about it. Also, one other thing that I wanted to add, I was thinking about doing a follow-up video to this, but it would have nowhere near been a full video. So I just wanted to quickly add this. Really important here, guys, is that I messed this up. Oh man, if I actually was paying attention to this, and guys, please, it's 18 days. I feel like I should do like a regular reminder or something like that. But the shop did refresh, and that means that every single month, it looks like it's gonna be monthly, the shop refreshes. So I wanted to really talk about this, and it's also gonna be kind of tied to Labyrinth because it's gonna make it easier, especially if you have Signature Force. Oh god, it would be crazy easier. Same thing with the chapters, gonna be like crazily easier. Everything's gonna be easier because people are gonna be able to obtain these as long as they're grinding the fuck out of PvP, and then these are from the stage that I was just on, right? So this is another thing as well. It's just like the ability to get characters, to get the generals is going to be way higher as long as you're constantly spamming and doing as much PvP as possible. So like right now, I got Garf. I specifically want Garf from this. I don't want to use anything else on him because I don't really care to get his FC or anything like that. It's nice, it's cool, but you know, I'm pretty fine getting him through here. And then I think that through the other event, through the core raid, I feel like Janai specifically is heightened up. I already got like two things of her. I think it's 9, which is amazing to get 9 copies, and I think that that's going pretty well too, like getting a bunch of these. And then maybe I'll use the rest of this for Janai, or maybe I'll just wait until I can get Garf, or I can just use the beads to get Garf from here once I get 1,000. Signature Force is going to kind of, I said it in a comment before, is that it's going to eventually be nerfed or balanced in some way, because now that everyone's gonna have access to it, like I said, you know, the whales were pretty much the testing of it. People think it's really strong. There's gonna be countermeasures. It's gonna either be through units, or they're gonna be like a specific unit that kind of like messes with Signature Force, or they're going to actually target it specifically. It's probably gonna be unit based. I'm assuming that's just kind of like a smarter thing, I guess, business wise for them to do, is to make a unit be the solution instead of them balancing it itself. But I don't know. And I kind of want to know, again, YFOs on this as well. Like, what do you guys think? The fact that you can have, as long as you can get like 5,000, I don't know how many medals you get per week, because that's going to be depending on how active you are in the game. So I'm not going to gauge that. That'd be a waste of my time. But Maybe I can show you guys how much I get in a week but that would, again, that would be, I don't play the game as often, so it would be a very low number. But I mean, I stacked up 40,000, so maybe this is reasonable to get several cases of 5,000 within a month's time to maybe get all 5 here. I don't know if you can get all 5 here, which is obviously 25,000. I don't know if you can get 25,000 easily within a month to get all this, get everything within a reset, and then you get like very close to a character, because it's 35. You only need another 15. You know, you can't get 15 from here, but you know, if they pop up like Janai, if they pop up in a core raid or something like that, you'd be good. Or if the Infinity Core gives you one or, you know, a few of them, then you're also going to be good there too. So really, it's just my opinion right now. I think the game is getting in a really good spot. I think that, I don't know, the Euphrates Labyrinth is definitely easy. I don't stress out. It's not as intricate as it was before. It seems easier to me. And I think also the shop, the fact that it resets and now everyone's gonna have the generals that they want and duplicates of the generals they want over time is going to make a lot of stuff easier, especially PvE. This is mostly about PvE in the game. So I don't know. And also, if we're even talking about that, all this stuff is going to become dramatically easier as you get signature forces. The characters, like even those the rare characters or whatever that are in these stages, like those crappy little characters, they're actually going to be able to do that because they'll be doing random amounts of damage as long as they're in that group. Also, that means when you go to the Exos pass, you guys know what I'm talking about, those stupid do it with all rare characters or do it with all whatever, because that might be easier too, because maybe those units will be powered up more. The PvE experience is getting very easy, and I'm just, that's what I'm probably gonna title this video. What do you guys think about that? Is that bad for you, or do you think it's gonna be easy? I mean, the game already has a very cool functions as far as like being able to auto, even if you go into the solar trade and the lunar trade, very easy to auto. Why did I say it like that? Very easy to just auto even the lunatic stage if your team is actually strong enough. You don't even have to be able to like functionally sit there and do it. If your team is strong enough through the powers that be. I press that, I'm like, that little big gap there, if I were to sit here and like literally work on those units and get them strong enough, I can quick battle it. So I don't know. But you know, again, YFO's in the comment section below. One thing that you should know is that you should definitely pick up the merch. I'm not even gonna do it. You thought I was gonna do it, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm trying to mix it up so you guys don't always know what's coming at you. You know, it could be the uppercut, could be the punch. I mean, well, that's a straight whatever. But you know, like, comment, and subscribe, and just remember that every day at the casino is your lucky day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.